Complexities turn to ban. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Fanatics turn to pick. Complexities turn to pick. 10 seconds.
Fnatic bans Doom and Tiny first.
Reserve time.
coL bans Bounty and Alk, and they are second pick.
Complexities turn to pick.
Fnatic banned Doom, but went with Beastmaster, which is weird because Beast is not really affected by Doom that much. You know, like all he needs to do is get his roar off, and he has his summons and shit. It's interesting. They go for Lion as well. It's cool. Okay. coL picks up DS and Witch Doctor.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve
Okay.
time.
I mean, they're just going for strong lanes. I can't see anything like too unique about this. They ban Lifestealer and Batrider. Lifestealer ban is interesting, but it's a good hero against Darkseer in lane, so that makes sense. Sardar banned from Fnatic. That's to prevent Sardar Witch Doctor, which is a really strong combo. It's a bit interesting. I don't know if teams are running safe lane Sardar, because I haven't been watching too much, to be frank. But Sardar Witch Doctor is still pretty strong. Probably strong in the safe lane as well. Okay. Tusk and Earth Spirit pickups. Nothing too unique. Tusk can save people from the vacuum wall combo, which is interesting. I mean, Earth Spirit is Earth Spirit, always a good hero. Doesn't have much wave clear, but that's alright. coL picks up DK, and Fnatic respond with Tinker, which is probably a really good matchup for Tinker. I would assume that. I would bet money on that, actually. Why is Nyx good against Darkseer? Because he has lifesteal, and that's the biggest reason. Also, Rage is nice against Ion Shell and stuff, so if Darkseer ever tries to trade, you just Rage and, you know, hit him and stuff. But the big thing is the sustain. Okay. He's just a melee hero that can solo against Darkseer, so that's good. Normally melee heroes get pressured really hard. Okay. Anti-mage pickup by Fnatic. Pretty good against these heroes, especially Darkseer. It's alright against the other ones, but really the Darkseer is a big one. It's a really good mana void target. Okay, Jug response. It's okay against AM. Not a bad hero. Mostly I think it's good against the Tinker. Well, sort of. You can get a blink and fuck him up pretty easily. Not too sure why they picked up Jug, to be honest, but it's not bad. I mean, Jug is almost never like really bad, so it's fine. He also goes with Boots and Tangos, which is an interesting start. It's very aggressive. Probably anticipating a free lane, or he just wants to attack a lot. Okay. Sardar Safe has been played a lot by NA teams in the Manila qualifier. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I was unaware. Okay. Pretty standard start from both teams, looks like. I'm going to speed things up a little bit. This isn't like a super hardcore analysis, I just want to see what's going on here. Get caught up. Okay. Let's look at items. Okay. Yep. This is weird. He went for Mango instead of like Soaring Recipe or another Clarity. I like 3 Clarities in Darkseer personally, but it's probably iffy if you're going to jungle a lot, but who knows, right? Okay, Tess gets an Oov, that's significant. Will help ganking the Witch Doctor or Earth Spirit. And standard items, okay. Everything else looks pretty standard to me. That's this is just not a good sentry spot, I don't think, personally. But I would say placing it a little bit down would be like slightly more optimal. But I guess like he might be trying to counter a specific ward up here, so that's alright. Still it seems suboptimal, but you know, it's alright. Whatever. Our Spirit Darkseer off lane here against Lion, AM, and Tusk. This is Darkseer or Spirit favored, I think. You know, obviously one kill will swing this, but for now it's definitely complexity favored. Okay, so yeah, that can't happen. This is really bad. Okay, so the lane's not over. Darkseer is always going to be able to lane here, but yeah, this shit cannot happen. All right. So what happened here? Basically, Z-Freak just like tried to trade too aggressively at this point when these two are also walking up. You kind of have to like make it so that Earth Spirit, you trade with the Tusk while these two are like just slightly back here, and that way like if Tusk ever goes on you, you have time to roll away. but he ended up trying to roll, you know, when Lion was in range, and that's because he chose the trade earlier. You just need to play the cat and mouse game a little bit better. And I say you as if like I'm coaching somebody here. Old habits die hard. But yeah, so that was a slight misplay by Z-Freak, in my opinion. Actually, a pretty big one. That means like they've kind of lost their aggressive potential in this lane for now. Okay. Oh, Swindle. Yeah, Swindles is dead too. Okay, that was bad. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Okay, that was. Well, let's see what happened here. Alright, so Z-Freak TP's bottom. He has an Uv. Swindles mangoes and ion shells Z-Freak. And then Z-Freak can just chase this guy down. Okay. So that was pretty sick, and Mushi can't blink. Oh, okay, that was good. I'm not sure if that was like orchestrated, but they definitely like reactively played very well. They actually, okay, yeah. So it went from being a lost lane to just like complete stomp, like utter domination. If Z-Freak, yeah, okay, if Z-Freak didn't die there, like, yeah, okay, he's totally fine. Wow, that's quite a swing. Darkseer or Spirit, good combo, I guess. I mean, it's always been pretty good, but wow, okay. So this is extremely impactful, right? Like this means that Earth Spirit is already level 2.5 at 2 minutes. Darkseer is high level as well. He's only level 2 actually, so it's not that good. But mainly the levels on the Earth Spirit are what is going to make that good. The extra gold is nice and all, but really the XP is nice, or the biggest part. Obviously killing the anti-mage is amazing too, because like this guy, he needs to farm as much as possible. He's anti-mage, so that was cool. Alright, what's going on here? Mid is very Tinker favored. I kind of predicted that. It's kind of a no-brainer, to be honest. I don't know if this is like an old school counter or whatever, but I can't imagine this lane going any other way. Okay. Jug's doing quite well in CSing. Okay. Interesting ward by Z-Freak here. I kind of like this. It gives high ground vision. It's out of the usual sentry ward range that's placed right here to get this ward. I like that. That's cool. Really interesting wards by Z-Freak. This one is to scout rotations from Tusk mainly. Like he's most likely going to use this path, so it's cool. He could come this way, but this ward will catch him most likely, unless he goes like this. It's cool. Okay. Pretty standard item so far. Mushi went for purse. What the fuck? Okay, this is not good. Okay, what are the benefits of purse? You get no extra HP regen, you get mana regen from Void Stone, and you get 10 damage. Why don't you just buy treads? Or like at least a ring of regen brown boots or something like that. There's I really dislike this. This is not like, this is like some 2013 pub anti-mage shit. I don't know what this is. Is this like the thing now? This can't be the thing. There's no way. Alright, I dislike that. I'm very against this. I think Mushi's a good player, but this is not. I don't agree with this at all. You almost always go Ring of Health into treads on anti-mage, or against Darkseer, it's totally acceptable to go like Ring of Health, Ring of Regen. But this is some fucked up shit. I don't like this. Okay, anyway. Ohio is level 5 at 5.5 at 7 minutes. It's pretty good for the lane he's in. It's tough to lane against Witch Doctor's Beastmaster. Yeah. Gets a 6. Expect him to do some stuff soon. Jesse's making an aggressive rotation here. He's gonna get DJ. Okay. So they're going for a more active jug roll this game. Usually I'm a Battle Fury proponent, but in competitive games, like sometimes you just need to go ham like this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. What have we here? Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay, what's going on up here? Okay. Awkward. Still gonna die. Okay. I'm not sure what this was. I suppose they were trying to gank somebody into tower with Tusk, but I think it was a bit forced. That's alright. I mean, he made a lot of space for his team. Ends up feeding a kill, but not a big deal. Okay. Now we went Ring of Health treads into Vanguard recently. Yeah, that seems totally fine to me. Like, there's a change last patch that made Battle Fury and VODs and shit like a little bit weird. My voice is starting to crack. That's not good. All right. But yeah, no, the Vanguard Anti-Mage like seems good to me now. So that's totally fine. The purse, like the reason this purse is bad is because it doesn't give you shit. Like, it gives you 10 damage and mana regen on top of the Ring of Health. It's like buying a Ring of Health and like having a Quelling Blade for heroes. It's not even as good as a Quelling Blade. It just doesn't. It's too much gold for one like item. I don't like it. All right. Actually, I think this is pretty big, actually, to be honest, but, you know, who knows. He's gonna get a fast Battle Fury, but he won't even have treads. Alright, so there's a dive mid. Jesse doesn't have Omni. He has spin though, that's all he needs. Okay. Yeah, I do like the idea of Vanguard into Battle Fury. It seems good. Okay. DK is going Cloak. I'd imagine this is gonna be a Hood. He could keep it at Casual Cloak, actually. I like Hood Armlet though on DK. It's like a shit ton of HP regen, shit ton of like tankiness. It's really good. Okay, Jesse Omni's Tusk. Cool. This is gonna be a kill. It's like just out of stun range. Oh, it's gonna be annoying. Yeah, he gets it. Okay. Okay, so that's impactful. And now this top tower is gone. I suppose I could rotate Tinker up, but yeah, it's not worth it. I'd imagine this game is like pretty much over. The big timing on Fnatic's team is Tinker bots and like Lion Blank, Beastmaster, Necro. And they're just not gonna hit these timings at all. Like Tinker will have his bots in about a minute and a half if he farms really well, but that's about it. By then Complexity is gonna have another outer tower. Oh, they decided not to go for a top. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. I suppose it's because like they wouldn't have been able to push without opposition, or without avoiding the opposition. Maybe that's it. But who knows? I'd assume they would just push with DK for him, but it could have been expiring as well. I wasn't checking that. Okay, speed this up a little bit. See our Spirit Prime and bottom. He's 6 at 11 minutes. Not bad. Gets another couple wards. Okay. Beastmaster should be pressuring this lane as much as he can. And you see he's going to push now. Yep. Reason being is he knows there are a lot of people bottom, just on, based on like who's showing where, and like he didn't see anybody in the map, so you should assume they're going bottom most likely. It's more likely that they're going for the safe lane tower rather than the off lane tower. Okay. Tinker's got his bots. Yeah, but he dies. Yeah. Be expected, really. Wait, well, I don't know what he was doing in here. He might have been like trying to get these camps, but if he was going to defend the tower, then that's wrong. You just gotta give the tower up against this team. Like, when you have an Earth Spirit on the enemy team, you just have to respect him. Especially a player like Seafreak. Like, he's a really good player. You gotta realize that he's gonna go. Like, he's gonna pull the trigger if you give him the opportunity. So Chessie ends up going for the drum builds, and they're really committed to just pushing really fast. I think this is totally fine. If it were a pub game, I would be against it, but yeah. Okay. See, Omni see Tusk, totally fine. Snowball cancels it a little bit. Delays his death. Chessie ends up getting fingered. Okay. Bush Doctor dies as well. So it was kind of silly. It was a high risk, high reward play. Basically, they dive the AM, and if they kill him, that's great. And if the skill shot lands, that's fine. I think the better alternative would have been... Okay, let's watch this. Okay, fight's over. So a better alternative would have just been to slow siege and force CPs rather than go for the Hail Mary on the AM. I think it was just a bit risky. It was too reliant on a skill shot landing. And this is a really hard skill shot to hit if he's here. He has like multiple ways to dodge. He moves fairly quickly. Oh yeah. Okay. Stark's here's got his mech up. Okay. Expect them to push top soon. I do kind of dislike Complexity's like overall movements. Like they're good, don't get me wrong. Like this is pretty solid play, but I generally prefer seeing teams go from like the top side of the map to work their way towards the bottom side. Especially when you're a team like this who can do Roshan so well. Or I guess in this case, like because they don't have the best Roshan team, like with Jug, that's pretty much their only Rosh hero. Other than, I mean, I guess DK with Armlet is fine. That's not that good. So it doesn't really apply as much, but I generally like the clockwise rotation around the map. And that way you end up on Roshan when you get the outer tower bottom. But they end up just like going high ground here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Fnatic actually can't do anything about this if these guys play it right. Swindles needs to reposition. Yep, he goes back. That's good. Yeah, this is gone. Like, what are these guys gonna do? They're gonna roll in. They could try to get a Hex here, but yeah, if Complexity just back off, that's huge. Okay, so yeah, I think they should have hit the range, but that's fine. They actually end up going back. I'm not sure I agree with that. Like, I don't think Fnatic has any options here. I think they just lose racks if you continue sieging, but I guess it becomes different. Actually, no, yeah, I take this back. I'm wrong about this. Okay. So this becomes different when Tinker can set up on the high ground while they're backing off, because then he can pre-march the wave, and that's when things get, like, tricky. Before Tinker was out of position, so they could capitalize. So they made an error here by not going for the ranged. They might have been able to get it. It's, like, squishier. This took about 300 more damage. It might have been able to. They might have been able to do that. Should have been really good, but yeah, that would have been extremely impactful actually. Other than that though, it is really good play by Complexity. I think it was a good call to back off. I was wrong about that. Okay. Okay. See that the Roshan is pretty slow. I mean it's gonna get done, but. So Fnatic know that they're doing Rush pretty much. Like, if nobody is showing top lane, nobody is showing mid, and Swindle is showing bottom, it's a pretty telltale sign that Complexity is doing Rush. So they end up pushing top tower, which is a good trade. That's the best they could do right now, so. Good play by them. That's fine. Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay. Juggling for Diffusal, interesting. Okay, so what can he purge? He can purge Hex. He can purge like Borslow, Blinds. I guess the slow duration from Walrus Punch. And he can also burn AM's mana, which is nice. That's interesting. It gives a lot of damage, and I know in 6.87 it was buffed so that it does more damage if your hero is attacking rather than like illusions or whatever. So this is an interesting choice. It makes sense. I'm not like for or against it, but I'm like leaning towards for. Okay. Okay, those are really big picks. Okay. So they like to avoid going for the racks. Again, they should have gone for the range, but that's okay. I digress. Okay. So they couldn't end up getting this tower, even despite getting picks because of backdoor protection. Sucks. Might have been a better option to either go for range or just go for the outer towers instead. I think they're trying too hard to get the racks checkmate. Which is fine. It's like it's improper play, but it's not like it's not going to cost them too much. It's just like giving more time for AM to farm, which it could be very costly in the end, but we'll see. Interesting thing about these choices here that don't end up outworking well is this could extend the game by like 5 extra minutes. That gives AM time to farm, and then he gets like a Manta, he gets to farm faster. He turns up to a fight with the Manta, ends up doing a little bit more damage in the fight. That could extend the game like actually like 20-30 minutes or so, like just by messing up these rotations here. Okay, Chessie ends up dying, no Aegis. Tinker goes down, Tusk goes down, buybacks from both. Okay, Hanskin dies. Okay, that was overall a win for Complexity in my opinion. Actually, Chessie dying is pretty bad. Who got the kill on this? Okay. Yeah, DK got the kill. Oh no. Okay, I missed it. But alright, whatever. So I'm not sure who got the kill on Chessie, but that's overall one for Fnatic, I think. Am didn't die, and Chessie did. 2 buybacks were used on Tinker and Tusk, but I think those are pretty inconsequential. The Tinker is big, but still not the biggest deal. Oh yeah, this was an interesting play. I'm gonna go back and watch that. So they knew Chessie was here, and they also knew that like Swindle and DK were showing bottom. So they kind of like recognize his vulnerability as here, and they just end up diving him. Like they finger, veil, all this shit, and he just dies. And that's like their carry died, then he TP'd back to mid, then he died again. He's just dead for 2 minutes. This is like a game-winning play right here. That was really good by Fnatic. Interesting. Also, you'll note that Tinker went for Veil, which is pretty cool. Has a lot of synergy with his team, surprisingly, with Mana Void and Lion Shit and Tesco's damage and stuff. It's interesting. He went for it after Blink, I believe, but it's cool. Okay. Lexi going back mid, it's fine. DK's got BKB, so this is... Yeah, you can see in BKB for the stun. Not a big deal. Well, Beastmaster and Tusk just went in. Not sure how I feel about that. Meanwhile, Mushi's pushing top, but he can't push fast enough to threaten this. Alright, how did... I just hit jump ahead. Fuck me, man. Alright, how did Chessie die here? What happened? Did he just get... Yeah, okay, he just got stunned and marched and veiled. That's awkward. Yeah, this is something that just needs to not happen. It's like, you gotta be able to pre-spin this. Like, when you see Lion coming up like this, like, you just need to be able to spin and dodge the stun. That's pretty silly. He probably... I mean, he knows it's silly. He probably feels bad about that death. That's one of those ones where the team is just kind of like... Not mad, but... yeah. They're not happy for sure. Okay. Okay. Arcane Rune is really big on DK, especially that it is BKB. Increases the uptime on Dragon Form, which is cool. Okay. Vaka's kind of a whiff. The site is okay for catching, actually, that's fine. Okay, Mushi is pressuring bottom. They send Swindle's back. Out of all the heroes, why Swindle? I guess he can blink stop TP, which is good. And it's relatively easy to do so. The only problem is he's a big part of their team fight, so... Okay, whatever. Okay, we go for Rush. Oh, that's fine. They should take this bottom tower. Oh, there's a fight. Alright, probably should look at that, huh? Okay. So, Fnatic see this. Do they have a Hawk up? They do. So get vision here, that's good. They send Tinker in. Notice that they kept the Hawk on the high ground, so Tinker didn't get sent into the river. Okay. Blink 2 men stunned by Lion. Also, Veil was on top of that. Liv takes a lot of damage before he can BKB. Okay. Pretty big mana void by Mushi, actually. Okay. They're focusing Tusk, which is not a bad choice. It's pretty easy to kill. Has a lot of impactful spells. Lion goes down. Okay, that's fine. Mushi does not die, which is really big, and he still has Aegis. And that means Complexity's next base push is really hard. And also, you'll note that this is the Tinker effect. This lane is pushed down mid. Like, this is so annoying for Complexity that they have to keep pushing these lanes. It's incredibly frustrating. Because, like, they just killed 3 people, and Baron, holy shit, League of Legends flashbacks. Oh my god. Alright, Roshan is dead. Good lord. Alright, so Rosh is dead. So, you know, naturally they want to go for Axis. But they couldn't because Tinker pushed out this wave, which is a really big play. This is really good. This is, like, back here before, I believe. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, this game is extended by quite a lot. I think I've seen everything I want to see, to be honest. Pretty much, like, Complexity just plays their signature style of, you know, huge team plays, like big rotations, heavy focus on outer towers, and, like, objectives. It's very standard Complexity play. So I like that they're still doing that. Big proponent of that, personally. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna jump to the next one. Okay.